Look at your bank account right now. Is it a number so small it almost feels like a joke? 50 bucks, 100, maybe even less? And right now, saving your first $1,000 feels less like a financial goal and more like a cruel fantasy. Meanwhile, you open TikTok or YouTube and some 20-something is screaming at you. The first $10,000 is the hardest. After that, money snowballs. And you're sitting there thinking, is this a joke? I can't even keep $50 in my account for a week without an emergency showing up. Well, what if I told you that you aren't lazy, you aren't broke because of bad luck, and you're actually fighting a silent psychological war inside your own brain? Today, we're breaking down the 10 psychological traps that makes your first $1,000 feels like climbing Everest barefoot, and why once you break this barrier, everything changes. 1. Instant gratification bias. Your brain is biologically wired to prefer immediate rewards. Spending 50 bucks on takeout tonight gives you an instant dopamine hit. Saving that same 50 bucks, absolute silence. Your brain registers saving as a loss, as a punishment, because the reward is invisible and sitting years in the future. 2. Mental accounting. How do you treat your main paycheck versus side hustle cash, tax refunds, or a monetary gift? You got your salary like a hawk, but bonus money, it vanishes in seconds. Most people never build wealth because they categorize their money into loose mental buckets, where anything outside the main paycheck feels like free-for-all spending. 3. Deep-seated financial conditioning. Money isn't just math, it's psychology wrapped in childhood programming. If you grew up hearing things like rich people are greedy or we're just not financial people, your subconscious associates saving money with guilt, as if you're doing something wrong or betraying your roots. 4. Survival brain versus wealth brain. Your brain didn't evolve for Wall Street or high-yield savings accounts. It evolved to survive the wilderness. In the past, the person who consumed resources immediately survived. Your primal brain still whispers, spend it now, tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Saving money literally feels like fighting your own biology. 5. The solitary grind. For your first $1,000, you are entirely on your own. No compounding interest, no passive income streams, yet every single dollar saved is pure, unadulterated sweat from your own labor. It feels heavy because you're pushing a boulder uphill with zero momentum. 6. The zero incentive void. At $0 or $100, your brain sees no visible progress. You save $100 and your life doesn't change one bit. Because there is no immediate dopamine payoff or noticeable victory, your brain tells you to quit. Why bother when the finish line looks miles away? 7. Fixed expenses and inflation chokehold. Rent, groceries, utilities, student loans, or credit card debt, they swallow your paycheck whole before you even blink. In the beginning, your savings rate is dictated entirely by how much you can suffocate your lifestyle, not by organic wealth growth. 8. The lack of momentum. In physics, inertia is the hardest thing to break. Financial momentum works the exact same way. In the beginning, every single month feels like starting completely from scratch. There is no acceleration, no compounding excitement, just Groundhog Day. 9. The social media comparison trap. While you're grinding to save your first grand, your feed is flooded with people booking trips to Tulum, leasing new cars, and flexing designer gear. It makes you feel like a miserable outcast, but here's the brutal truth. 90% of those people are drowning in high-interest debt. You aren't falling behind, you're building a foundation while they build a marriage. And finally, 10. Blindness to the big picture. Your brain literally cannot visualize what $10,000, $50,000, or true financial independence looks like when you're staring at a 3-digit bank balance. Because the destination is invisible, your brain asks, why suffer? Once you hit that first milestone, the fog's clear. Why the struggle is proof you're winning. Here's the ultimate realization you need to have. Your financial struggle has never been about a lack of income, a bad economy, or bad luck. It has always been about the threshold. The first $1,000 isn't just a savings goal. It is a psychological initiation. It is a full-scale psychological war against your own biology, instant gratification, and social pressure. When it hurts, when it feels exhausting, when your brain screams at you to stop, that isn't a sign that you're failing. That is the exact proof that you're finally breaking the cycle. Once you cross that threshold, everything shifts. Your mindset calms down, your financial decisions become calculated, and you realize that random spending wasn't freedom. It was a tax on your future. The people who made it aren't smarter than you. They just endured a little bit longer when the results were still invisible. If this video hit home for you, smash that like button and subscribe. We talk about money here with absolute honesty. No corporate fluff, no toxic hustle culture BS. Drop a comment below. Have you hit your first grand yet, or are you still in the trenches? Let's talk about it and let's win this game together. See you in the next one.